So welcome to the ENGEL booth. We are going to talk a little bit about the technology that we're presenting here today. We have an EMAC 310 ton, US tons, with a 1565 injection unit. This is the EMAC Slimline. EMAC is our standard all-electric machine. Running on this press today, we have a MoxiTech technology, which is a unique foaming additive that is used to enhance the strength, the cost effectiveness of the part, as well as producing weight reduction in our parts. Part of the MoxiTech technology is designing a custom additive that is used in the part itself. So it's more than just what you might be familiar with in the past. You have some troubles with the part, so you just throw an additive in there of some sort to try and produce it. This is engineered for your part and for your material. The technology itself, as far as the foaming and the structural additives that allow it to become stronger, is in the unique properties that they engineer into it. But the technology of the machine allows us to be able to execute on that technology that they present. So when we look at the system itself, it's basically a standard electric machine with a nozzle that they use. This is a patented nozzle that they have for the technology that allows it to run efficiently and reduces your rejects. So when you're, this particular part, when you're injecting the part, we have a runner, and the technology makes sure that when we're foaming the part, when we remove this, that we don't have a situation where a cold slug is left behind. So when you're injecting the next part, you don't want to have that cold slug causing you problems and basically giving you reject parts afterward. So that technology that's involved in the nozzle keeps that from happening. It allows the runner to pull out completely and prevents any material overflow into there, but keeps it hot so that the next part has a continued consistency of the plastic itself. When we look at the technology, the way it foams, it's maybe difficult to see on the camera, but it's a consistent foaming, not like you'd see in some of the additives you might buy off the shelf. They don't give you that consistency that you get with the MoxiTech additive that's engineered for your material. And this particular part is a section of a pallet insert. It offers a lot of strength and rigidity, as well as it can reduce the weight. In this particular one, I believe it's about 40% weight reduction when you add this additive to it. So there's some definite advantages to it, to the parts that we're looking at here. And the technology, ENGEL has always invested in technology that we can produce with our machines. We've always worked with companies like MoxiTech to be able to bring this technology to our customers so that they can benefit from having the technology that they need to produce parts in a way that is unique, that nobody else can offer. So when we look at the electric machine that's doing this, this is also an example of developments that we've made over the years for our standard electric. We also have our automation that is part of this process in particular. Our Viper robots are made by ENGEL. This one is degating and removing and placing the part on the conveyor, stacking them. So it presents an automated production cell that is really efficient. There's no operator involved, as you can see, so you can run for hours and hours of production without ever having to have somebody tend to it. So this is basically what we have presented here in the EMAC with the 310 ton and the MoxiTech. The nozzle is here for you to take a look at. You can understand a little bit more of how the technology works. It's not your normal shutoff nozzle, so it's not like you can go and say, all right, I'm going to go buy a shutoff nozzle from somebody else and try and replicate this. The technology that's involved is very unique in how it shuts off to produce that type of shutoff that will allow the foam to run into the next part to fill the runner and the cavity in the way that's necessary to produce the optimal results. So as we look at the machine, we can see The features that the shutoff nozzle is compact, it's under here. It is a water-cooled nozzle in the front section, and it's kept heated in the back section. And there's some unique properties as well when it comes to the way it's cooled into the water jacketing itself. The technology that you'll also see that's on display that's being run in this machine, there's some interesting parts over there. We have building blocks that are really, when you take this type of custom and unique foaming technology and apply it to those blocks, they have a much higher compressive strength than you could even get out of a concrete block. And it's unique because many people would think, well, concrete is going to be stronger than plastic. But with this additive and the way it's molded, you actually come up with a stronger component that is really good for construction and things that are needed for that type of a block. So if you have parts that you need a more structural capacity to, Moxitech and ENGEL can work together to make sure that you have what you need. We can design that according to the part itself. We can even look at existing parts and make recommendations as to how that can be redesigned to make the best use of the technology to fix some of the problems you might be having with bulkier parts with thick walls. And I'd like to reiterate, this is not structural foam. It's not like the foaming agents that you've seen. It's not something that you take off the shelf and add because you got some sink marks and you want to fix those. This is technology that is it's unique in the standpoint that it's designed for that part. They can take off the shelf ingredients that they've researched, add those to the component, add them to the plastic, and create for you a solution that works for your part. And it's not, well, it's the best we could do to make that part work. That's not what they do. They do a solution that will solve the issue for you. So that's what we have presented here. In regards to the actions itself, I'd like to move around the back and we can show you a little bit about the automation and how the rest of the cell is working. What I'd like to stress is this is a fairly standard configuration of a machine. ENGEL is a solution provider. We provide injection molding machines, but we like to provide solutions as well. And that's part of the solution is the injection molding machine. Your solution may be something as straightforward as this, but we can also do very complex cells that would require multiple assembly stations, things such as that. But we like to say, let's keep it simple. We all know the old adage. So this is what's needed for this application, and most of this is standard components that can provide the solution that's most cost effective for you. And that's including the machine as well as the technology that we partner with. So as we see here, our robot is degating. We have we capture the gates and we stack the parts. There could also be, if you needed a boxing system on this, that could also be integrated as well. And those systems are built typically at ENGEL when it comes to automation. So the cell itself, we also have some partners we've worked with, such as Movacolor. This is blending the additive. So the additives, the solution that Moxitech brings is worked in conjunction with Movacolor, which is also controlled by the machine to make sure the additives are introduced at the proper concentration rate so that we have the additive accurately put into the material, prepared as we inject. And that gives us the solution of our part, which is a strong part, it's lightweight, and it's really cost effective for you. And those are the things that if you take nothing from the presentation, other than those three things, ENGEL will provide you with a strong, reliable machine, a cost-effective machine, a reliable machine, and the technology that we partner with will provide you with the same things. Although weight reduction we don't do at ENGEL. The machine's going to be as heavy as it's going to be. We make some of the heaviest machines in the industry, but the parts, we know we want those parts to be light. So those are the things that we deliver. If, like I said, you take nothing else from the presentation, reliability of the process is key, and that's something that you don't normally get from some off-the-shelf foaming agent that you're just trying to put a Band-Aid on a problem. With the technology that Moxitech offers and how we can integrate it into the machine, we'll offer you a consistent solution that gives you cost-effective results and also efficiency. You don't want to have a high scrap rate when you're running materials that you're trying to solve an issue with. This will reduce that scrap rate, give you what you need accordingly. Other than that, I don't know if there's questions you have regarding the technology. We can maybe answer some of those, but that's the presentation we have for this particular machine. In the ENGEL booth, we also have some other technology that we're showing. We have some limb technology, but that wasn't going to be the primary focus of our booth demonstration today. But if you have silicone along the theme of ENGEL being a solution provider, that is also a solution that we have as well, our limb technologies. And there's a mold running in there that can showcase some of those technologies for you if you have questions regarding that. But I think many people here were interested in what this foaming cell is doing, because there's a lot of talk about how to lightweight parts, especially in different industries. Lightweighting is very important. There is one unique thing from Moxitech. They were showing me some parts, just to give you an example of how this is really helping different companies with parts. There was a base part that I had seen. It was more solid than this, about 4 feet around, used for generators. And this base part would, in the field, they would use it for power generation at different mining rigs and things like that. But it would always crack and split and fall apart. So they needed a solution for that, because if you have your generator mounted on there and it's cracking and falling apart, it's not a good scenario. The generator will tip to the side, it could get damaged, other things could happen. After adding and applying the Moxitech technology, really engineering a foam solution for it, you're able to take that panel and drop it from way up high, and it doesn't crack, it doesn't break, and it actually just bounces now. So instead of somebody taking that off there and maybe they slips out of their hand and it drops and now it's cracked and now they need a whole new base platform for it, not with this technology. It would just bounce, they could use it, it's durable, well put together. So and if you're interested in learning a little bit more about some of that, we have the folks here from Moxitech who can help you to see how that works. So thank you all for coming. We appreciate your attention. And as I said, if there's questions, we can ask a few now, or we can afterward talk with us and we'll help you understand what you need to know about this. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to ENGEL.